All right, going to hop into another swing check here from my buddy Ulai. This is Ryan from Golf Fit. You're going to see here, first things first, in your setup, because your hands are so close to your body and your chest and shoulders are kind of slouched over, what's going to happen is the toe of the golf club is going to be kind of up in the air, which is going to make you a heel dominant striker. So I would suggest kind of getting your hips a little bit further away from the butt of the golf club, and then kind of bringing your chest up a little bit. That's going to help straighten out the spine. You can see there's a little bit of rounding in the spine there. But other than that, everything's fine. So we'll go ahead and draw your primary swing plane line here. And then watch you bring the club away. So you got a low hand inside takeaway, which is also fine. And then as you get up to the top, this is where I noticed you were locking your right knee out, and when you lock your right knee out, it's going to give you some excessive hip tilt. Okay, and so if you and not only that, but you're going to have excessive hip tilt, and all the pressure that you could be using and engaging in your quads and hamstrings is now going to be in the joint of that leg. So I would suggest keeping that right knee flexed so that you can push off of it like a pitcher's mound. Now, the next thing I want to show you here is that from the top of the golf swing, if I draw a line on the butt of the golf club, okay, you should drop this down significantly. But what's going to happen is you're going to stay in the forward position of your anterior shoulder, and that's going to cause you to come down relatively steep. Okay, so it's going to kind of come like this a little bit. You can see that subtle shift there. That should not go forward above the line. It should actually go underneath the line. And so because the butt of the golf club goes up and over, now when that shaft comes down, it's going to come down pretty steep. And, you know, in this position here, the shaft of the golf club, your hand should be further back and the shaft of the golf club should almost be here. Okay, so it's going to come down pretty steep in this downswing. And even though you do a good job of keeping the club face behind the hands, your hands are now too far out in front of you because you can see where your right elbow has lost connection to the right hip. That right elbow should be tucked and jammed into your right hip area in the downswing to keep you connected to the body. But because that elbow's disconnected from the body, the hands and arms are going to take over in the downswing, and that's why you can see when your hands and arms finally straighten up, the spine and the head have to lift up and away from the golf ball here to make space for the club to come through. And that's where you're going to be struggling with a lot of fat and thin shots. All right? So the more you get that elbow connected to the body and tilt the right shoulder down and through, the more connection you'll have and the better your contacts will start to be. It's going to be really awkward to learn that in the beginning, but with the right drills and the right coaching, you can definitely get that down. So I hope that helps. As always, aim small, swing smooth. Peace.